How do we factor 9x to the power of 4 plus 15x cubed minus 6x squared? Well, what's the greatest common factor of 9, 15, and 6? The largest number that evenly goes into these three numbers is 3. And then we need to include the lowest power of x squared. Okay, so 3 evenly goes into 9. 3 times how much is 9? 3. X squared times how much is x to the power of 4? X squared. Because if we multiply these two, we just add the exponents. So 2 plus 2 is 4, which means x squared times x squared is x to the power of 4. Okay, and then 3 times how much is 15? 5. And then x squared times how much is x cubed? It's x to the power of 1. But if it's x to the power of 1, we don't include the exponent. Okay, and then 3 times how much is negative 6? Negative 2. And then x squared times how much is x squared? 1. But if it's just 1, we don't include it either. And now I need to factor this quadratic. So I'm going to multiply these two numbers, which is how much? Negative 6. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to 5. So what are those two numbers? Those two numbers are going to be 6 and negative 1. So I'm going to split up this plus 5x as plus 6x minus x. And I'll put a box here. I'm just going to copy 3x squared and 3x squared. So this gets split up here. This turns into plus 6x minus 2. Okay, and then I'm going to group these into pairs and then repeat what I did here with each pair. So 3x squared times, what's the greatest common factor of 3 and 6? It's 3. And lowest power of x is just x. 3x times how much is 3x squared? Well, 3 times 1 is 3. We don't include the 1. X times x is x squared. And then 3 times 2 is 6. And then x times 1 is x. We don't include the 1. And if I do it with, if I do the same thing I did here over here, then I'm going to end up with another pair of parentheses. And whatever I get inside the parentheses here needs to match with this. And how much times x is negative x? Negative 1. So to verify that this works, double check that negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. And in fact it is, so we're good here. Okay, so now we're going to pull out an x plus 2 from both of these terms. So this turns into 3x squared times, I'm going to put a bracket here. So x plus 2 times 3x, so this over here, and then I'm going to copy this over here, negative 1. So this times this is going to give you this times this is going to give you this. And then, yeah, this is our final answer, 3x squared times x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. You don't need to include this stuff, you can just go directly over here. I'm going to put a box around this.